Okay, there's the bathhouse. And I stopped at the camp host and he said it's not locked, you just push it and go in. So we will go check that out because I always want to know what that looks like. And he is here for 6 months. I don't know if his wife is here or what, but he's from Michigan. So I'm always finding people from Michigan. So we talked about Michigan for a little bit, and they camp host for 6 months. They're not paid a salary. But they get their site. I want camp hosting jobs where I'm paid a salary. So anyway, all right, let's go check out this bathhouse. Okay, more about this Hog Island campground. The campground is that direction. And there's the bathrooms. So when you're looking for a campground, if you want to be close to the bathrooms, you're looking for the low numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth. Higher numbers, you're not going to be close to the bathroom. So when I want to use a bathroom, I have been driving there. Though today I'm out walking. So I could walk there, but you need a lot of time. And usually when I have to go. I don't have time to walk. So I just want to. So down this way is a youth camp. And I hiked down a trail and I found one area where I think 5 people could camp. But you notice that it is closed off. And I'm sure that is because of COVID. But I don't understand it because we're outside. And at these other campsites, you could camp with 5 tents or more, but only 2 tents are allowed. So at these sites, they allow more tents to be put up. But it is locked. But here's the sign with, I don't even know how to say that, with a Lucci State Forest, Hog Island Youth Group area. Alcohol prohibited. It's funny because the campsite next to me, there's 3 beer bottles. I don't think people follow that rule. So I don't know where that road goes. And right now I just see all forest. I found that one tree interesting, the one that has bumps sticking out of it. I don't know what kind of tree it is. I'm sure I could look it up. One tree I looked at kind of looked pregnant. Oh, I've got to collect firewood if I want a good fire tonight. It'll be my last fire, so I want to get out and have some wood. And probably do some marshmallows. I didn't bring stuff for s'mores. I like s'mores, but then in the end I think I just like the roasted marshmallows. So I just do that. I don't have to worry about bringing the chocolate, because what ends up happening is I'll just eat the candy bars. And I don't need to eat all of that. Alright, so that was where you would go to the group camping, which, like I said, is not open. So when you enter the campground, the speed limit is 10 miles per hour, so you're going very slow. Over here they have firewood donation, and you see there is none. So, okay, I've got to go out and look for some more firewood and hopefully find enough. I've got a few big logs that I'll use tonight, but I need a lot of medium size. So here's the sign. The daily fee is $15 per campsite, $10 if you're 65 or older. No fireworks, that's nice. Alligators, let's see here. Alligators and snakes are part of the natural habitat. Do not feed alligators. Well, that's good to know. Okay. I haven't seen any snakes either. So it's $15 a day. If you're camping with an additional person, it's $2 extra, which you do all that at the registration. So they, if I was camping with more than one person, I would have said that. You can have visitors, and visitors have to be out by 9 o'clock. So it's not like you have to pay for the visitors. So there's the bathhouse. I've got some pictures, I think I just took pictures because somebody was in there taking a shower when I went in there. And then here's your basic camping rules. So you can have up to 5 people, I guess. Checkout time is 2. I thought it was 1. Okay. Alright, so here is campsite number 1. So it's kind of tucked back in here, and there's nobody here. There has been somebody here, but they've left. This is a nice spot. Now, I do notice how sunny it is. Now, where I am, it's not sunny at all, so charging my battery has been a problem. So if you want to have sunlight, then I guess number 1 is for you, because look, you will be in the sun a lot. Several spots where you could put your tent, but it would be in the sun unless you put it back here, which, you know, I'm not sure. Looks like a nice area, but you don't want snakes or stuff. But not too bad, and it's in the shade. Pretty close to the woods though. So I already see trash. I think it's trash. Anyway, this is campsite number 1. Alright, this is campsite number 3. The odd sites are on the right side, the even are on the left. So this is number 3. It's a pretty good sized site. It is shaded, and even though I need to charge my battery, I would prefer a shaded site versus a sunny site. Maybe one would both would be nice. This is pretty level, so you've got room for your tent, a couple of tents. There's your picnic table, your fire pit, and there's the bathroom. So you're close to the bathroom. I've thought about coming back to this one, number 3, because it's close to the bathroom. As much as I have to go at night, I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can do about the issue I have having to go so many times at night. I'm always going to have a portable toilet. This that I'm walking into is campsite number 2. So let's go up to the front of it, where the number is. And each campsite has a water spigot. So this is campsite 2. I'm not going to be able to film every campsite because people are here, and I'm not going to film if there's somebody there. There's your water spigot. This is a nice one. It is close to the bathroom, but still tucked in here. I like this one. Really do. It'd be close to the bathroom. You still feel there's nobody right beside you because the bathrooms are right up through those woods. So 2 is a nice campsite. Like I said, they all are really nice. And then they also have these big logs to use to sit on. So that's really cool. Number 2. This is a great one. I may have to ask my daughter to come home some weekends so I can go out and go camping here. Try out a few different campsites. Alright, this is campsite number 4. And I think this site is really nice too. It's huge. Just a huge campsite. Over there is your water and your hook to hang up. And they have that little wood thing there. I don't know if that's telling you where you should park your car or what. Not sure. Here's your picnic table. Now the next campsite is pretty close. So, yeah, if it were full, I don't know. But you've got a lot of area to put your tents. You've got your fire pit. I haven't seen anyone camping here since I've been here. But it is nice. Definitely could fit 2 tents, 2 cars, and even a screen area. Campsite number 4. So right across from 4 is number 5. They do not always do this because they're spread out pretty good. But I'll go ahead and include 5 in this shot as well. Somebody was here earlier, but there's nobody here now, so that's to our advantage. So we can get a good look at campsite number 5. This is number 5. There's your water and a hook for a lamp. Now, I would prefer, oh, they left wood. Boy, I should go back and get the Jeep. Wow. That looks like wood they brought in, though. You're not supposed to do that. Look at that pile of wood. That could be enough for tonight. Wow. I might have to drive back here and get it. This is a nice area. A little bit bumpy. The land is a little bit bumpy. That's so tempting to get that firewood. Alright, campsite number 5. Your hook is way up here. I'd rather have the hook, which I guess that's for trash. I use it a lot for to hang my light. But alright, now campsite number 6 is probably one of the smaller ones. Yeah, this one's small, but it has a little bit of charm to it. So let me show you the charm that it has. So this is campsite number 6. Look at that tree right there. Is that not the neatest thing? So even though it is a small site, it would be plenty of room for me just by myself. You are close to number 4 right there. So you would be close to people if there were people there. But you've got this neat tree. There's plenty of room for your tent. Though, like I said, it would go into number 4. Doesn't look like it. Look at this. People have not been here. Maybe people don't like this site. I don't know. It's not very level spots. Now that I'm looking at it in more detail, the tree is cute for sure, but that's not very level over there. Unless you know, there's a big stump. It dips right there. Then you have this tree, your fire pit. Yeah, I don't know where I would put the tent. Right here, I guess, which would be close to the fire pit. So 6 is probably one I would not reserve, just because I can't figure out the tent. That's kind of bumpy land right there. This is nice, not too bad, but you'd be close to the road. So, yeah. I don't know that I would reserve number 6. I do like that tree though, but there's too many other good sites that, you know, I don't need to do number 6. Alright, going into campground number 7. Campground number 7, campsite. Keep saying campground. I like this one as I've driven by, but we'll see as I'm walking through it. I like it because it's tucked back and it's kind of cut off from your neighbors. You know, the next neighbors are kind of around there. They're not close. The land is pretty level, so a lot better than number 6. Your picnic table and your hook. And there's your fire pit. I don't know that anybody's been here. As I've driven around, I haven't seen people here. You know, they left a lot of trash. The camp house hasn't been here either. Yeah, look at those mushrooms sticking out of there. That's really neat. Yeah, Budweiser, interesting. I didn't think we were supposed to have alcohol. That's a nice little tucked back area there. You could hide your car there if you wanted to. Or you could put up a little tent there. Alright, so this was campsite number 7. A lot of areas you could put your tent, and you could even put your car right at the front, kind of block it. But there's nobody around you. You're not too far from the bathrooms. Definitely a walk. I wouldn't drive from this site. This is campsite number 9. I believe there's a man there with his 2 boys. They're out fishing at the river because I just saw them there. I'm not going to go into the site because they are there. But it's kind of cool. I like their tent. So he's out there with his 2 boys. Campsite number 9. Campsite number 8 has people there, so I'm not going to film it, but it is pretty big. There's a lot of room. The road kind of goes around the corner, and so this is the corner lot right here. So a lot of space for number 8. But it's the corner lot, so I don't know if people would cut through to go to the bathroom, stuff like that. So, but it's a big site. It's not a bad one. Like I said, most of these sites are pretty good. There's a couple of small ones with spots that are hard to find for a tent, but not very many. Alright, so we're coming into campsite 11. Campsite 11. This one is not a huge site. But, you know, for me, it's big enough for me. And look at the sun that you'd have during the day, though. So my tent would probably be in the sun. I would definitely have sunlight to charge my battery, which, you know, if I was staying a long time, that is important. Here's your picnic table in the shade, your fire pit, and your water. So kind of small, tucked back in. Campsite number 11. So the next site we're going to go to is campsite 13. This site was open, and I couldn't decide between this one. I think there were 4 sites open when I was trying to reserve. And with 13, I thought, oh, 13 is probably not a good site because of the number, you know, but it is an amazing site. Amazing. And when I read a review, it said no sites were bad, so which is true. Some are smaller, harder to find. Place to put your tent, but look at this one. It is huge. I mean, your neighbor's right there, but they're tucked in too. So 13, we've got sun coming in. So I definitely could have enough sun to charge my battery, but you also have shade. So I wouldn't have my tent in the shade. Oh, this is a nice site. For sure. I already want to come back. I just don't know when I can, mostly because of my animals. And once again, they do not allow animals, so if you have one, do not sneak it and think you can bring it, because you can't. Site number 13. Okay, on that last corner where I did site number 8, that was actually 2 campsites, 8 and 10. The people that are there are actually in 10, which is right behind me, and they're out, and I'm not going to film it. But so that's 2 campsites. So if you have people booked those campsites, you would be very close together. All right, this is campsite 15. So it's pretty nice. A lot of room, a lot of space. You're not right on top of each other. I think these people are out hiking for the day. So they do have 2 tents. I've seen 2 people there. But it looks like, yeah, they've got 2 people. Oh, that'd be nice. They got 2 kayaks. They're serious biking. They were gone all day yesterday. So, I don't know. They may just have their separate tents because they want separate tents. Who knows the situation? They may not be married and not want to sleep in the same tent. I know I probably wouldn't, because I have to get up and go to the bathroom so much. Alright, this is site number 12, and there's people here, so we won't go into much detail about site number 12. So let's come over to site number 17. 17 has a lot of trees for sure, a lot of sun. There's your water and your picnic table, and there's your fire pits back there. I don't know, I guess it would be okay. It's nice, it'd be okay. You're in between 15 and 19, which 19 is where I am. So that's my site, and I have a lot of room. I like my site for sure. There's part of 12. I do like my site. So 19. So I've got a lot of room, and definitely would have had room for a friend to even have a travel trailer or a camper van, and or another tent. We could have had another tent for sure. So campsite 19. This has, like, it looks like this is a parking spot, and I parked here because that looked like a good place to park too. And there's my water, and I've got my tent. Not much sun though, definitely in the shade, and I can't even keep my Lucy light in the sun, which I'm going to move it right now since I'm here, and then I'll do the rest of the sites. But in my backyard there's just a bunch of forest, so it's very nice. All right, this is campsite number 14, and it's one of those that's tucked back in here. It's nice. It's got some water. You've got sun and shade. All the ground's not level, but I think you could find a spot for your tent. It's just interesting to see how people set up, because everybody will make different decisions. Where's the hook? You know, I don't see a hook for the trash bag. Yeah, this site doesn't have that. Well, that's interesting. Campsite number 14. You don't have to have that hook, but it's nice to have that. 14. And next to me is campsite number 20. This one is a nice big site too. What I like about this campground is the sites are not on top of each other. 8 and 10 are probably the closest ones, but for the most part they're not. So even if it was filled, it wouldn't be too bad. So here's your water over here, and there's where your trash bag thing is. And then the picnic table is down here, and it looks like this picnic table is movable. Now with mine, my picnic table looks pretty permanent. And of course your backyard is just a bunch of woods. So, and most people put their tent back there in the sun is where I've seen it, but I think the last group put it over here. That's pretty level. Ooh. Some bird is saying something. But this is campsite number 20. And this is campsite number 16. And these people look like they've been here for a while. It looks like they even have a Christmas tree. So maybe they're not the camp host, because camp host is up front, but maybe you can be here for months at a time. But it's a nice site, number 16. And I think that's it. We have number 1 at the front, and I don't know if they're sitting out, but I'll go see. I got it once when there was a tent there. So we'll see if they're sitting out there, so I don't want to videotape. But campsite number 1 is right at the beginning where you're coming into the park. So it is a nice site. It's not one that I would like, because like I said, it's right when you come into the park. So you may like that because it's easy to get in and out, depending why you're staying here. If you're staying here just for a place to stay and to go do things, then that would be convenient for sure. And this little house right here is your trash. So I'm not far from the trash. I'm far from the restroom, but not the trash. And then we come to the campground entrance. And this makes a circle. It's one way. Most campgrounds do that. They're one ways. So I would go to the right if I wanted to leave and head home. And the trail that I wanted to go on is right over here. But they've blocked it off because of their fires. I see the smoke. Let's just go ahead and walk over there. See this controlled fire. I'm glad it's way over here, because then it's not blowing the smoke my direction. But yeah, I see they've got the fire going. And oh, this isn't number 1, this is 18. Okay. Well, I'm confused. I guess number 1 would have been at the beginning. Huh. And I don't remember if I did number 1. Alright, so this is number 18. That's right at the beginning.